going on, family? How you doing? It's Blake, and I've been a little bit behind recently with YouTube videos, but I wanted to make this video here for you today. And what I wanted to talk about today was basically inversion tables, right? So a lot of you here on YouTube have asked me about inversion tables in the past, what I thought about them, and today I'm going to kind of give you my opinion on these things. So most of the time, you know, there are a lot of supposed benefits of using inversion tables, but what I'm going to be talking about today is the benefit associated with using them for lower back pain and dysfunction. Okay, and I guess I want to start off by saying that most people, when they use an inversion table, what they're doing with it is they're flipping their body upside down and using gravity to decompress their spine, right? So with things like spinal stenosis, you literally have narrowing of the space between the vertebrae and the spine, and that can impinge the nerves coming out between the spine and do all sorts of things to the disc as well. So it makes sense that flipping upside down and decompressing the spine to kind of pull, you know, the vertebrae apart and give the disc and the nerves in there a little bit more space, it makes sense that that would help provide relief. And it does oftentimes for people, but this is frequently just a temporary effect, because just like how gravity can decompress you when you're flipped upside down, as soon as you stand back up again and you start walking around, over time it's going to compress you again, right? So what you'll find is, maybe you are somebody that uses an inversion table. I'm willing to bet that you probably get relief from using it, but that relief might only last you a couple minutes, maybe a day at max, and then you find that you have to flip yourself upside down and invert yourself again to get the kind of relief that you got before, right? So with regards to my opinion on inversion tables, that's one of the reasons why I don't really care for them too much. It doesn't really get down to the root cause, at least in terms of providing a more permanent solution. It doesn't really do that, right? People that use inversion tables typically have to use them very frequently, every day, several times a day, right? And that's just not something that I would want to do if I was in that situation, okay? Another thing that I don't really like about inversion tables is the fact that not only are they decompressing your spine, but they're stretching the connective tissues of your knees and your hip as well, right? So you can, this can cause other issues, basically. It's not just decompressing the spine. That's not the only thing that's being affected by inverting yourself. And you just need to be aware of, the other tissues and other joints that are being affected by doing this on a very regular basis, okay? It's really not that big of a deal. In fact, a lot of people claim that hanging by your arms is good for your joints and connective tissues, and that's probably true. But you just want to be aware of the consequences of inverting yourself and the effect that it may be having on other joints. Okay. So far, I don't really like inversion tables for two reasons. One, they don't really provide a permanent fix. It's usually just temporary relief. Two, you can be causing other issues by doing this on a regular basis in the knees and the hips. And the third reason why I don't really care for them too much is because I believe there are better alternatives out there, okay? And that's what I want to talk about now. So basically, my friend Dr. Eric Goodman, he started a company called Foundation Training, and he's traditionally a chiropractor, but he had a lot of horrible back issues when he was younger, like I think it was like in his late 20s, when he was like told that he might not ever even walk again or do athletics. And this is not something he wanted to hear. And basically he came up with a system that allowed him to basically rehabilitate himself and fix his back pain. And it's called Foundation Training, okay? And he was somebody that had degenerative disc disease, disc herniations, all sorts of problems with his lumbar spine, and he was able to rehab himself with these exercises. And one of the exercises that he talks about and teaches his students, which is like, he has a lot of exercises, but this one is like his main one. It's called the Founder. And I'm not going to show this to you today, but it basically involves like sticking your butt out and reaching forward at the same time. So you're getting that decompression of the spine going, because you're literally, when he teaches this exercise, he cues you to like reach far away with your hands and push your butt in the opposite direction. Create as much space between your fingers and your butt as possible, which will provide that decompressive effect on the spine. But the reason why I like this better is because you're not just passively hanging like you would when you're in an inversion table. Okay? When you're doing this in a standing position, how he teaches it, you're actually getting contraction of the muscles, specifically the ones in the posterior chain, which are your butt muscles, your low back muscles, muscles that run up and down the spine, okay? And the benefit of doing this, as opposed to passively hanging, is you're actually teaching your body to provide stability to your spine while you're decompressing it, which will help you hold that decompressed position, and it will also help you basically, it'll keep your spine more stable and help you prevent further injury and inflammation from building up in the discs in there. Okay? It's more functional too, right? It translates better to, you know, moving around and doing things in the real world. When you're just passively hanging there like that, all your muscles are relaxed, you're never going to find yourself in a situation like that, and it doesn't really translate well to human movement, okay? Which is one of the reasons why it only provides temporary relief, because you're not teaching your neuromuscular system to fire while your spine is decompressing, while it's in that decompressed position, right? So it's for that reason that, you know, if you're somebody that likes to do, you know, you like to invert yourself, you like to use inversion tables, I would urge you to consider looking into my friend Dr. Eric Goodman's course, Foundation Training, instead, okay? You know, he's helped a lot of people with this, and it's something that I think you could benefit from. I've included a link to his website in the description down beneath this video so you can check that out. And the last thing I wanted to say is, if you're looking for even more exercises that are actually going to help you rehab your back and keep it strong and help prevent injury in the back, then I've actually made a little back strengthening workout that contains 3 or so critical exercises that will keep your spine healthy well into old age. This stuff synergizes very well with foundation training, as well as a lot of the other videos that I make here on YouTube. Basically, if you want to get that, you can click this button, or if you're watching on mobile right now, you won't be able to click that. You can get to the same link in the description down below. It's the first one in there. But basically, when you click that link, it'll take you to my webpage where I'll ask you to enter in your email. As soon as you enter in your email, I'll send you straight to the workout, okay? And that's it, okay? Pretty simple. Make sure you check that out. If you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel and you like this video, go ahead and do that over here. I'm uploading on here 3 times a week now, so I'm very active. Got a lot of exciting stuff coming for 2017. I really hope you enjoyed this video and this provided some, you know, insight to you. Let me know what you guys want to see for 2017, right? So I'm always looking for new videos to make, so leave me a comment down below and tell me what you want me to make a video on in the future, and I'll be sure to get to it. Other than that, I'll see you next time.